Well, about 200 bucks later, I got a bunch of pressure treated wood and some of these cedar shingles, which I've never actually used, but I'm excited to mess with those. I should have left all this outside. I want this thing to be 4 feet tall in the front, and probably, I don't know how short it's gonna be with the slant of the roof. We're gonna start by cutting a couple of 4-foot 4x4s. Small shop, full of lumber. I've arbitrarily decided on 3 foot in the back, 4 foot up front. I want it to be a 2 foot wide base, so I cut a 2x4 at 2 feet, and then I gotta decide how high up I want the floor to sit. Probably 4 inches is good. Originally, I'd seen a lot that were sort of just a straight, like, kind of 4 foot wide, 4 foot tall, 2 foot deep kind of thing, which is more or less what I want. But then the way it kind of sits in the corner of our property, I thought doing an L shape could be better. And I played around with the size a little bit, and I think I'm going to make it slightly larger than I originally planned. We might have to go into the driveway to build this thing, because I'm going to run out of room. So I made a little test piece here off camera trying to get an idea of what this roof slant would look like. If you're a roofing expert, I know this isn't correct. It's for firewood, don't at me. So this is the rough idea. Put some screws in here, put a piece across the front here, have 1 or 2 more in each direction, and then I gotta figure out what that corner piece is gonna look like. The next step, I gotta create the corner. I know there's a technical term in roofing, and then I'm probably gonna have to add 2 more little like half pieces there. We're over the hump of I don't know what I'm doing, but we're slowly making progress, 1 piece at a time. And it didn't cost me a dime. This corner piece is called a hip rafter, and then there's jack rafters that go to the hip. First thing I need to do is these really should be on the corner, and then the centerpiece goes in and it has like a bird's mouth kind of deal. The way I figured this out was I took a string and ran it to here, and then I used a speed square to measure the angle using the pivot part. I'm able to read that it's a 16-degree angle. Cut a 16-degree angle on it, then I cut the angles off of it so it can sit perfectly into that corner. Small shot. How did I lose an impact? It kind of looks like a roof. Ran down to Home Depot and got some plywood. I believe this is roof sheeting, which is exactly what we're doing, so that's perfect. That being said, this stuff is likely not waterproof because you're supposed to put like tar paper down. I'm just gonna put the cedar shingles straight on top of this, and if the thing explodes in a couple years, it'll just give us a good excuse to make another video. The saw ran out of battery. I can't find the other batteries, so I'm gonna have to wait for that to charge. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put a coat of black paint on the parts that I can before we get to putting the roof on. This is the point where we find out how unsquare this thing actually is. Yikes. Is it possible I just warped the whole fucking thing from my shenanigans? We're gonna use these cedar shingles, stainless steel staples. I have an air compressor, but I can't find outdoor nails, but this seems to work just fine. And I kind of want it to be a little bit goofy looking. A little bit of like willy-nilly is fine with me. Whew, that hill was steep. I was able to kind of roll it, which worked pretty good. I could have waited for a friend, but I just want to see this thing in place. And there you have it, a kind of quick and dirty, but not too terrible looking firewood storage shed thing. Got a little bit of wood in it. I'm gonna go right now and pick up some more wood from a friend to get this thing nice and stocked up for the fall campfire season. If you guys liked this one, go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys on what you think. And until next time, keep being awesome.